Have you ever woken up in the morning, started moving around, and thought to yourself, wait, why is everything a bit more challenging than it used to be? Perhaps climbing out of bed seems to require just a bit more effort than it did a few years ago, or a simple walk through the neighborhood leaves you feeling more fatigued than you remember. It's natural to chalk all these little changes up into the aging process, to assume that maybe slowing down is simply an inevitability. But guess what? The wonderful part is that no matter how many birthdays you've celebrated, you don't have to surrender to feeling weaker, stiffer, or less energetic. In fact, you can absolutely rejuvenate your strength, mobility, and vigor in easy, sustainable ways without turning your life upside down. If you're someone who wants to keep enjoying life's everyday pleasures, like walking your dog without exhaustion, chasing after grandkids in the park, or bounding out of bed each morning with a sense of purpose, this script is for you. Age is not a barrier, it's just a number that represents how long you've been collecting experiences. And with the right habits in place, you can continue collecting new adventures for a long time to come. The key is implementing practical, simple changes that don't feel intimidating. Because let's face it, nobody wants to spend endless hours at the gym or follow a harsh, restrictive plan when there are far more enjoyable things to do in life. So in today's detailed discussion, we're going to explore 5 cornerstone practices that will allow you to regain command of your well-being. Each practice is grounded in the idea that small steps, taken consistently, can transform your overall quality of life. Stick around because by the time you've absorbed all 5 suggestions, you'll be equipped to make noticeable improvements to your health, improvements that you'll literally feel every day. And you might be surprised by the last 2 tips, which many people overlook, yet they hold extraordinary potential for revitalizing your daily routine and reawakening that spark of vitality. Before we jump into the heart of the matter, let me first express my gratitude for your presence here. If you enjoy deep diving into topics about how to create a better, healthier life, especially in our golden years, this is exactly where you belong. Your support allows me to keep researching and sharing powerful insights that can help people of all ages. Now, if you do find these ideas resonate with you, be sure to leave a comment to let me know. It means more than you can imagine, and it also helps guide the creation of future content tailored precisely to what you need most. All set? Let's begin unlocking the secrets to living better, feeling stronger, and cherishing every moment. 1. Honor your sleep. How often have you heard the phrase, sleep is overrated? Our modern culture sometimes romanticizes the idea of getting by on minimal rest, as if it's a badge of honor to be perpetually exhausted. Yet if there's one thing that becomes increasingly non-negotiable as we age, it's the quality and quantity of our sleep. Think of restful sleep not as a luxury, but as a fundamental building block for a robust life. It's the time your body repairs itself, consolidates memories, and shores up your immune system for whatever life throws at you the next day. Imagine you're a phone that runs all day on a single battery charge. Sleep is your chance to plug back in so that you can operate at full capacity. But as we accumulate more years, factors like hormonal shifts, stress, discomfort, and even certain medications can disrupt our ability to get that vital recharge. Maybe you toss and turn for hours, or you wake up multiple times through the night. Over time, these disruptions can chip away at your daily energy levels and even your cognitive function. You might find yourself forgetting minor details, feeling perpetually groggy, or lacking the motivation to tackle tasks that once felt simple. But here's the uplifting news. You can reclaim peaceful, restorative sleep, even if it feels elusive right now. The first step is to create an environment that actively supports rest. Start by looking at your bedroom. Is it noisy? Does outside light seep in? Is the temperature comfortable? You'd be amazed at how much difference small tweaks can make. Some people find a white noise machine helpful, while others need blackout curtains or a slightly cooler room to truly slip into a restful slumber. Take note of what small environmental changes you could implement tonight. Next, consider your pre-bedtime routine. Our bodies thrive on consistency, so having a winding down ritual can be a game changer. Perhaps it's a warm bath where you allow the heat to relax your muscles, or maybe gentle stretching, focusing on deep, measured breaths that encourage your mind to slow down. If you enjoy reading, choose something calming rather than something that spikes your adrenaline. The key is to signal to your body that it's time to transition from the hustle of daily life to the serenity of night. One of the biggest sleep disruptors in today's world is technology. The screens on our phones and now tablets and TVs emit blue light, which can trick your body into thinking it's still daytime. So if possible, establish a no screens rule for at least 30 minutes before bedtime. It might feel strange initially, but your pineal gland, which produces melatonin, will thank you. In that tech-free window, you can journal your thoughts, prepare your to-do list for the next day so your mind isn't racing, or engage in a short mindfulness practice. Finally, be mindful of your caffeine and alcohol consumption. While that evening glass of wine might make you feel drowsy at first, alcohol often leads to fragmented sleep later in the night. And caffeine, even if you drink it early in the afternoon, can still be in your system hours later, potentially interfering with bedtime. Making a small shift, like opting for herbal tea instead of coffee after lunch, can help your body wind down naturally when evening comes. When you place sleep at the top of your priority list, you'll likely notice improvements beyond just feeling more awake in the morning. Your overall mood tends to stabilize, your memory sharpens, and even your immune system gets a boost. And let's face it, who doesn't want to reduce the likelihood of catching the latest bug going around? By diligently protecting your sleep, you're investing in a foundation that makes every other healthy habit easier and more effective. 2. Avoid excessive sitting. Now let's talk about something that might be happening more often than we realize. Prolonged sitting. Whether it's in front of the TV, at a computer, or simply relaxing, sitting can be deceptive. We convince ourselves we're taking a well-deserved break, but if we add up the hours spent hunched over or slouched, it quickly becomes clear that this break can occupy a significant chunk of the day. While resting in moderation is healthy, too much inactive sitting can quietly take a toll on every aspect of our well-being. Think of your body as a finely tuned machine. It's built to move. In ancient times, humans walked, climbed, and explored to gather food and resources. Although life has changed drastically, our biology hasn't changed nearly as much. So when we remain sedentary, our muscles become weak and our circulatory system doesn't flow as efficiently. Over the years, this weakness can morph into serious health concerns like heart disease, joint problems, obesity, and even mental health struggles such as depression and anxiety. Perhaps you've noticed that after binge watching a show for hours, you stand up and your legs feel stiff. That stiffness is your body's way of saying, "Hey, I've been locked in one position for too long." Chronic sitting can also compress your spine, leading to lower back pain or even nerve issues. And while these might seem like trivial aches at first, they can escalate if we ignore them. This is not meant to scare you, but rather to underscore just how crucial it is to keep your body in motion. You may be thinking, but I'm not a gym person, and I definitely don't like to jog. The good news is you don't have to become a marathon runner to reap the benefits of consistent movement. The key is variety and frequency. Standing up at least once every hour, even if it's just to stretch your arms, rotate your neck, or wiggle your legs, can have a profound impact. Set an alarm on your phone or keep a sticky note on your desk to remind you to get up. Over time, these micro breaks accumulate into a healthier routine. If you have mobility challenges or joint pain, consider gentle activities that encourage motion without straining your body. Maybe you can stroll around your living room while talking on the phone, or do a few knee lifts while holding onto a stable chair. It might sound simple, but these pockets of activity add up. If you live in a place with stairs, going up and down them a few extra times a day can boost your heart rate and keep your leg muscles engaged. If you have a yard, stepping outside to water the plants or check the mailbox can be a tiny adventure that breaks the monotony of sitting. And let's not forget the mental and emotional benefits. Physical movement stimulates the production of endorphins, often referred to as the feel-good chemicals in your brain. This can elevate your mood and provide a natural sense of satisfaction. It can also clear your head if you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck in a mental rut. So the next time you catch yourself glued to the couch for too long, remember that a minute or two of standing, stretching, or walking can brighten both your physical health and your mindset. By turning movement into a consistent daily habit, you'll be preserving your mobility for the future. This is about maintaining the freedom to do what you love, whether that's dancing, traveling, or simply playing with your grandchildren. The message is simple. Move more, sit less, and celebrate every small step as progress toward a more energetic and capable you. 3. Spend time in natural light. How often do you step outside, take a deep breath, and feel the warmth of the sun on your face? In our modern lifestyles, especially if we work from home or live in a place with shorter daylight hours, it's surprisingly easy to go from sunrise to sunset, barely noticing the world beyond our windows. But consider this. Sunlight is a fundamental nutrient for your body and mind. One of the most evident ways sunlight supports health is through vitamin D production. This essential nutrient plays a variety of roles in our bodies, from assisting with calcium absorption for stronger bones to supporting immune function. If you're consistently missing out on sunlight, you may be leaving your body vulnerable to deficiencies that can show up as fatigue, weaker bones, and a compromised immune response. Over time, insufficient vitamin D can increase the risk of osteoporosis, which is particularly concerning as we get older and want to prevent falls and fractures. But let's not overlook the mental health aspect. Natural light helps regulate our circadian rhythm, the internal clock that tells our body when to be awake and when to sleep. If this rhythm is out of balance, we might struggle with insomnia or low energy, even if we spend ample time in bed. Additionally, sunlight helps the brain produce serotonin, a neurotransmitter often associated with feelings of happiness and well-being. It's no coincidence that gloomy, sun-deprived days can sometimes accompany a drop in mood. So how can you incorporate more sunlight into your routine without feeling like it's a chore? First, set aside a few minutes in the morning to step outside, even if it's just onto your porch, balcony, or the sidewalk in front of your home. Morning light is particularly beneficial for establishing a healthy wake-sleep cycle. You could also combine sunshine with another activity, like walking your dog, watering garden plants, or chatting with a neighbor. The idea is to weave small doses of sunlight into your daily life so that it doesn't feel forced. For those concerned about sun damage, a reasonable application of sunscreen can protect you while still allowing some rays to help your body generate vitamin D. Remember, you don't need to spend hours under direct sunlight to notice a positive impact. Even 10 to 20 minutes can be worthwhile. And if you happen to live in an area with harsh winters or minimal daylight, consider investing in a light therapy lamp that mimics natural sunlight. These lamps can be particularly helpful for individuals who experience seasonal affective disorder, SAD, or those who simply can't get outside often due to mobility issues or safety concerns. Most importantly, let each encounter with sunlight be a small reminder of your connection to the natural world. Pause for a moment, feel the warmth on your skin, take a couple of slow, mindful breaths, and appreciate the simple act of being present in that moment. In a world filled with digital screens and artificial lighting, reconnecting with the sun can be surprisingly grounding and rejuvenating. And yes, it can also help you maintain better sleep patterns, increase your energy, and brighten your overall perspective on life. 4. Give your legs some love. Let's talk about leg health. For many of us, our legs have been our trusty sidekicks throughout life, carrying us to school, work, running errands, and on countless adventures. Yet over time, we might take them for granted, ignoring the gradual changes that come with age. Then one day we realize something as simple as climbing stairs or strolling around the block has become more challenging. Our knees creak, our ankles feel unstable, and our calves tire quickly. This can be a wake-up call. Our legs need consistent care to remain strong and reliable. The good news is leg strength and flexibility can be maintained or even improved, regardless of your current fitness level. What matters is dedicating small, focused moments to exercise those muscles. One of the easiest ways to begin is simply practicing mindful sitting and standing. If your mobility allows, try this mini routine a few times a day. Sit in a chair, then stand up without using your hands for support, and slowly sit back down. This action engages your quads, hamstrings, and glutes, reminding them that they still have a job to do. If you're ready for more variety, consider simple exercises like calf raises. While standing and holding onto the back of a chair for balance, lift your heels off the ground, rising onto the balls of your feet, then gently lower them back down. This motion helps strengthen your calves, improve circulation, and can be done in spare moments, like waiting for the microwave to finish or during a short TV commercial break. Over time, those small efforts accumulate, and you might notice you can walk farther or stand for longer periods without fatigue. For individuals who have issues with knee pain, resistance bands can be a gentle yet effective tool. Loop a band around both thighs and perform seated leg extensions or side leg lifts. The band adds just enough resistance to challenge your muscles without putting unnecessary strain on your joints. You can also try straight leg raises while lying down, engaging your core muscles at the same time. Little by little, these targeted movements rebuild your muscle tone and can even help stabilize achy joints. Also, don't forget the role of stretching. Even if you don't identify as an active person, lengthening your leg muscles keeps them more pliable, reducing stiffness and risk of injury. Simple stretches like a seated hamstring stretch, extending one leg in front of you while gently bending toward your toes, can release tension and help maintain a healthy range of motion. Aim to do these stretches after any movement session or even after a warm shower, when your muscles are more relaxed. Think of leg care as insurance for your independence. Healthy legs mean you can continue exploring, whether it's traveling abroad, walking hand in hand with loved ones, or simply navigating daily tasks with confidence. By incorporating these small but meaningful exercises into your day, you'll be rewarded with legs that remain sturdy, flexible, and ready for life's adventures. 5. Explore gentle practices like yoga or Tai Chi. We often hear about high-octane workouts as the path to fitness, CrossFit, boot camps, intense cycling classes. But for many people, especially as we gather more life experience, these methods can feel overwhelming or even risky to our joints and bones. That's where gentle, mindful modalities like yoga and Tai Chi come in. Instead of quick, forceful movements, these practices emphasize slow, intentional flows that engage both the body and mind. If you've ever seen a group doing Tai Chi in the park, you might have noticed how graceful and unhurried the movements appear, almost like a choreographed dance in slow motion. But don't be fooled. Beneath the calm exterior, your muscles are working, your balance is being challenged, and your mind is focusing on each deliberate step. This combination of physical engagement and mental awareness can enhance your coordination, boost your flexibility, and even help you relax. For older adults, Tai Chi has been praised for its ability to reduce the risk of falls by improving proprioception, the sense of where your body is in space. Yoga, meanwhile, offers a wealth of poses and breathing techniques tailored to different abilities. Even if you've never touched your toes in your life, there are modifications and props, like blocks and straps, that can support you in learning the postures. The essence of yoga isn't about wrapping your legs behind your head. It's about uniting breath with movement, creating a sense of harmony between your mental and physical selves. Over time, this practice can help with strength, flexibility, and posture, as well as mental clarity. Some people find that regularly practicing yoga alleviates back pain, eases chronic tension, and helps them sleep more soundly at night. What's truly beautiful about yoga and Tai Chi is their adaptability. You can practice in a class if you enjoy community support and feedback from an instructor. Or if getting out to a studio is inconvenient, you can set up a small space in your living room, following a guided routine from a video. There's no racing clock, no scoreboard, no competition. It's you, your breath, and a gentle invitation for your body to move in ways that feel nourishing. Also worth noting is the positive impact these practices can have on stress and emotional well-being. As we age, stress can sometimes accumulate from health worries, family responsibilities, or simply processing major life transitions. Yoga and Tai Chi both incorporate elements of mindfulness, encouraging participants to remain present observe their thoughts, and gently return focus to their movement and breathing. This aspect alone can help you cultivate a calmer state of mind, release tension, and develop a more compassionate relationship with yourself. If you're new to these practices, take it slow. Start with a beginner-friendly video or a gentle class specifically designed for seniors or those with mobility concerns. Embrace the idea that progress is measured by how you feel, not by how you look in a pose. Over time, you may be pleasantly surprised to discover that the tightness in your hips has diminished, your balance is steadier, and your sense of overall calm has grown. We've journeyed through 5 practical principles: prioritizing restorative sleep, limiting prolonged sitting, basking in natural sunlight, strengthening our legs, and exploring gentle body-mind disciplines like yoga and Tai Chi. Each might seem like a minor tweak, but collectively they form a potent recipe for feeling stronger, more energetic, and fully alive in your day-to-day life. Why does this matter so much? Because aging doesn't have to equate to a diminished life. Yes, our bodies shift over time, but they also possess an incredible capacity to adapt and thrive if we offer the right support. By focusing on these foundational areas, you lay the groundwork to preserve independence, maintain mobility, and foster a joyful spirit. These aren't measures to be taken only in reaction to a health scare. They're proactive steps you can integrate right now, wherever you are on your life path. I'd love to know which of these 5 strategies resonates with you the most. Are you determined to overhaul your nighttime routine to finally get the deep rest you deserve? Are you motivated to stand up and stretch more often instead of sinking into long hours on the couch? Or perhaps you're intrigued by the idea of trying out a gentle yoga routine in your living room. Let me know, because your experiences and insights inspire others in this community to take their own steps toward a healthier life. If you found this conversation helpful, please let me know by leaving a comment or by sharing it with someone else who might benefit. Consider following along for more deep dives into the art and science of living better as the years go by. Remember, your age is not a barrier. It's merely a reflection of how long you've been learning and growing. And there's always room for new growth. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of strategies to maintain vitality, strength, and peace of mind. Here's to living each day with a heart full of enthusiasm, a body ready for adventure, and a spirit that welcomes the future without hesitation. Keep discovering, keep moving, and keep shining. Your life is still ripe with possibilities, no matter what the calendar says.